You know I love Nintendo. I really do. And and we all have criticisms of our favorite companies. Like Nintendo, Sega, or Bandai Namco, or any of those other gaming companies. But I'm specifically talking about Nintendo. Um, so Nintendo has been a good company throughout 4 years, and I think it's safe to say that they have surpassed sales of of the Nintendo Switch. They have surpassed sales of the Nintendo Switch, and yes, their games are very wonderful and they're very good in retrospect. But from what I've seen, but from what I can tell, in a business perspective, according to many people, according to many fans that have loved Nintendo for very long, it seems to me that during the 4 years that this company has been around since the Nintendo Switch, during these 4 years since the Switch's launch, they have done some very, very bad business decisions, and they done very, very terrible with their fans, and it's just been a whole whirlwind of things that they should not be doing at this point. Things need to improve significantly, and I believe it is high time that we call them out on it. So please join me today as we talk about Nintendo's 3 year disaster. So starting off with this video is is the amount of ports that Nintendo has gone through and dubbed them as new games for the Nintendo Switch as of recently in 2017 and of 2018. I say this because if you look around the library of games that has gotten to, and what they have provided during these last 4 years, you may have noticed that there are a lot of ports that contain deluxe or something like that, or they contain plus in them. Well, it's because they are just ports. Um, Ports can mean like a a rehash of a game that's been done on multiple consoles. Now, relatively, these ports are Wii U titles, and I believe this is very bad because they don't really provide any value into them, and they just are there just get into the consumer's pockets, and they are there just to get money out of you, and they are there because of just nothing basically. They serve no purpose. They serve no purpose other than to make more money out of it. Plus, it seems to me like it's just a rehash of a game, and plus, another thing too, it's just they put the $60 tag, which is really bad in my opinion. They should put it at least about $30 or $20 depending, because that is more of a reasonable price for a remake of a game, like for a port of a game, because it's just how it works. And if you keep releasing these things, they're gonna get really tired, and they don't want the same experience again, which that is really bad. You're giving them the same experience, but on a different console, which For people who haven't played the game before on that particular console before, I mean it's good, but for people who have played it on the former the same experience over and over again, which is not really good. Now, I know Nintendo is a big company slash corporation, and I know that they have they have things that they want to protect and stuff. But um, during this last during these last 3 years, it's become apparent that they just don't care about the fans at all. Now, let me give you an example of what not caring about their fans is. So, let's say if you are hosting a tournament of Super Smash Brothers Melee and you decide to host that event and you decide to emulate a like how like playing it online. That's what happened in the last 3 years when one company when one I don't know group of fans so they're called the Big House. I don't want to really get into them, but yeah, you know the whole story about them. I don't really want to get into it, but it seems apparent that Nintendo just does not care about their fans at all. Um, given the amount of tournaments for Super Smash Brothers, given like the amount of fan games that are out there, it's crazy. But like Nintendo does not really care what people like do. They just think of, oh, I'm the one that owns the property. Like, yeah, they own the property, but to be honest, they're fans. They support you. They made you who you are. You don't need to give them like you don't need to take down their things just so because they showed love to your game or to your franchise or to your particular series because that means in retrospective it hurts us the fans who love you who support you who do all these who made you who you are, and it's just a big strike in the it's just a big stab in the back because because in retrospect they're really just not really caring about what the fans do to support them and to support them and they love them for their hard work. It's just why do that? And that's what frustrates me the most about them because it is it is something that has become a problem for the last 3 years, and it needs to get fixed. Now I can go on and on about what I just talked about in the second line. But now what I want to get to is how they handle like the online service and crap. Um the online service in retrospect is terrible. Is really just terrible. Um it is it is the worst thing that's happened. I can say that because it's just my opinion um into what I think it's just it's just a former like shell of itself. I say that because look at their competitors. Look at Sony, and Microsoft. Look at Sony and Microsoft. They done very well, and it's because they like offer things that you couldn't get on any other thing. Like they have cloud saves, they have free games, they do all that out of the kindness of their heart. And plus their online play is 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 good enough to surpass it. But Nintendo seems to think that we need an app to communicate with people. Like what what are you trying to do? Like is not the like 90s anymore. This is not like the 80s anymore. It's it's 2021. Look, I know that they can do whatever they want and I know they have a right to, but to me it seems like it's just like why even put out the online service anyways? Because it's nothing but like a Netflix list of games. Like it's like Netflix or whatever. And the prices are just terrible. Former prices are not that terrible, but sorry about my phone. But um you act remember like when you had to pay like $20 a year for the online service? Yeah. Now they're coming out with an expansion pack, and the family plan or like the individual plan is like $50 to $80 a month. It's like $50 to $80 a year. I'm not even joking. Or $50 a month if you count it. But that is absolutely absurd. It's terrible. I don't understand why they would make this decision, and it's like they're just they're just like clawing us out for our money. Like it's not even fair. Like I mean, if it was like 30 $30 a year or or like $25 a month, then $25 3 months or 1 month, that could be fine. But $80 for like a year or 70 or 60 or $50 like a month or 3 months, like that's absurd. Like no, that's that's a lot of money to spend, and people don't have that much money nowadays. So I just hope it gets better, but I don't think it will get better anytime soon. What I hope for like the next like 4 or 5 years, 6 years, however long, I just hope that Nintendo realizes that what they are doing right now and what they are doing during these 4 years that the Switch has been around, they get a wake up call because it really needs some serious improvements. Because I for one, and many other fans can agree that Nintendo has been the worst when it comes to these 4 years since the Switch's launch, and it is apparent. So I hope in the future or in the near future that they will embrace their fans, that they will improve their online service, and they will do all these great things. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like it, and I don't know. To me, it feels like they don't care. Like they just do not care. And I don't know. Like the next few years, I don't know if they'll improve because who knows? They won't ever improve, and they will just still be the same company that they are now in these 4 years. I just hope that doesn't happen, and I hope many things, many improvements will come to last. See you guys.